Your favorite fat boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jarron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. your new presidential nominee, a.k.a. the newly appointed king of comedy.
So we're back after, a month and a half?
Yeah,
2
something
months?
like that. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, I guess we got to bring you the date what's been going on.
Yeah, you've been out here trying to fulfill your dreams.
And I won the competition. Yay!
Shit. He's been validated. This is my life now.
So, so I won a competition last Sunday at the Port Comedy Club. And so let's see, I guess we take you back through how this happened. So I went to the Port back in July, came in second, and I went to the open mic they had the Thursday before the competition. And I saw it was on their website, on Instagram. I wasn't gonna participate at first because I signed up for the Magooby's one that's going to be at the end of this month of September 25th. So I said I'd give myself a break. But then the owner of the club, reached out to me and said, "Hey, you going to sign up for this?" I was like, "Well, shoot, I might as well." And that's how I got there. And then I did my thing. I kicked ass. Came in first. $175. Cash money. So,
Guess every little bit counts.
I mean, shit, I need that 75. Need some gas money. That's all I went to.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel good that I won. I put a lot of practice into it, and I just stuck to my guns. I didn't change up too much. And then the day of me, we went over a couple things, and then that lets me know whether I should keep something or not. And then we did talk on Saturday, right? Yeah. So we talked on Saturday, then I went out and performed it, even though I was very flat that day. I was just getting over this cold. I like the fact that like whatever I am thinking about tweaking something, I get out of my system to see how it feels, and then I watch it back again. And then when I go with you, then it lets me know whether or not it's something worth keeping or not.
Right.
So once I do that, then I'm able to kind of move on from it, and then go with what I know will actually work when I compete or when I perform. Period. So I'm happy I won, but I'm still a little tight about my Magoobies. We ain't talking about that one.
All right.
So, well, let's give the Port your shine. So, what you think about that performance with the Port?
I mean, that was one of your stronger performances, even when a audience member threw you a monkey wrench when you were doing a portion of your set.
It was funny. He says that when he records it, and I didn't catch it until I watched it one time. I watched it. And you said monkey wrench. I'm like, this nigga actually said that shit.
Threw that monkey wrench, and I was like, oh, let's see how he gonna react to that. And you were able to get back on track, even though she completely threw you off there for a second.
Yeah, because I definitely was not expecting that, and I like those improv moments, those real life moments in that sense. Because like when I've done that joke, I got kind of the same response from everybody, like kind of like, oh, this is my blood type, or whatever case it may be. It's in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
But she was like, "You gonna cheat, huh?"
Completely threw you off. and you were able to recover. Like I said, that was one of your stronger performances. And, also the competition that was there was lacking with the exception of the guy Rashid who went after the last person to go.
Yeah, but Rashid was strong.
Yeah, everybody else, it was really lacking. And it was kind of funny because some people that had potential, that had great sets, like, man, they could just use a little help. Maybe I should start outsourcing myself.
No, what are you doing?
I don't have an exclusive contract with Jarron.
You do. It's in blood. It's right here. Fuck you mean? Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, you never, with this kind of competition, like, you can see in the email thread, like, who, you don't know who's who, but you can see how many people are coming in a sense. Because that night, it was supposed to be, I think, like, at least 12 or 13. And we only had, 7?
Yeah.
So yeah, a handful of people really didn't show up. So it's interesting to think about how things could have turned out if they were like, if one more person there had a stronger performance, or if everybody showed up, what I stood out still in that, and as strong as I did. I think my performance would have still been the same, but it's like I said, like if there were 5 other people there, how would they measured up, and then how I stacked up. So it's always a what if, but it's like, hey, that was my night.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it was. It was your night.
Yeah. So, but Magooby's on the other hand,
yeah,
that was not my night.
Absolutely not.
And it wasn't so much that I didn't perform well. I definitely was a little nervous in the beginning, but then once I caught my rhythm, I hit my stride and I was on point. I don't know what the criteria was that night, what they were basing it on, because I'm still hot about dude reading off his phone, telling jokes.
Yeah, you get hung up on that. I don't see why. It don't make a difference.
That's you don't have to, but I'm gonna get hung up on it. That's my job.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't see why you get hung up on that. It doesn't make a difference whether you read your jokes off your phone, off a sheet of paper, or you memorize them. But the fact of the matter is that the problem I had with Magooby's was the person who won, they should have won. Yeah,
I ain't taking nothing from Chachi P.
He definitely had the strongest set. But the fact that you didn't even place in the top 4, and 2 of the people who did, and they act was trash, I was a little remiss on that one.
Yeah. So that's like the bad taste left in my mouth was I didn't place. Like I've only been in 3 competitions. I don't ever go into it thinking that, I'm going to win. I'm the best comedian. I always keep in my mind that what you say, if you feel you're the funniest, then prove it.
Right.
So my job is to prove it and to put on like the best performance. And I think one of my stronger attributes, I don't say attributes, one of my strongest qualities of being a comedian is my stage presence. I think that kind of sets me apart from a lot of people because I feel when I listen to the other comedians, I like they're standing up, which is standing for a reason, but it's like nothing. It's not too much else involved in it. Like just kind of standing there, just telling the joke and not doing too much. So yeah, Magooby's. I'm going back again on the 25th to get my lick back, my revenge tour.
Is that what that is?
A little bit.
Any competition that I didn't win, I'm going back.
Yeah, because when it was back in August when I went for Magooby's, I was gonna wait probably till like October, November, and was thinking maybe I should work on a different set or maybe try to work on some new jokes. And I was thinking like maybe 2 months would give me enough time to really get comfortable with the material. But when I went with the port and because the port was such a short turnaround, I was like, let me just keep what I got and just try to enhance it a little bit, just get more comfortable with it. And I ain't changed up too much of anything. And I just tweaked the emphasis on certain things. Like when I gripped my teeth, when I said, fuck that macaroni art, that was like little small things that I did that I felt like was cool, but it wasn't over the top. It didn't take anything away from the performance itself. So, and since I'm going back to 25th, I'm more likely going to end up doing the same set. I don't know if I'm gonna keep or add a joke into it, because with Magooby's is that you bring 8 people, you get 8 minutes, and I don't need 8 minutes for the set I did when I did the port.
Yeah, no.
So I just need 5 or 6, and I'm good.
I don't even think you have a set that requires 8 minutes.
Nah. So I'm gonna probably just keep it short and sweet, and then take it from there.
Yeah, my one complaint about all of this is these comedy clubs and this bullshit 2-drink minimum, and I'm spending $5 for Dasani, Magooby's, spending goddamn $10 for motherfucking tap water. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to invite people out, and I have been. I appreciate you coming out and spending this money, because when I go perform, I don't get paid nothing.
Shit.
But I appreciate everybody coming out and being supportive of me, because I feel bad when I didn't win the Magooby's or even place. Y'all came out here for nothing. I could have sent y'all the email of me performing.
Right.
So, I can understand that being a gripe, because $15 at the tax, you paying what, 18?
20 because service fee.
Yeah, you paying $20.
Don't know what the fuck they servicing.
Because you got to pay $5 for some bottled water. So, it's taxing. I get it. So, win, lose or draw, whoever has Magoobies, I'm gonna give the competition a little break for a little while, and it just go to open mics, and then hopefully I can just start networking during these last couple of months, and maybe I get on the show. So, because that's what it was that's what it is with the port. They, by me winning, you get put on the email list so that you are able to be notified of when they have shows, and then you can be added on if you're available for that show. So keep your fingers crossed that, I'm able to get on a show, in the next week or so and perform at the port. Because they also have like comedians come from all over the world, to perform there as well. So like actually like people that you may see on Comedy Central or Netflix or different TV shows and things like that. So yeah, we'll see what comes about that. So I'm excited, and I'm glad I got to win. Does it validate me? Yeah, it's a little validation, but I'm also like thinking of, all right, what's my next move now? Like I'm not going to just let this be like the cherry on top. I want to see what else what else can I do? How else can I measure with other people? And just keep refining and retooling, my set, and just thinking of being original and staying within my lane of how I see, and developing jokes and things like that. So, because one thing that didn't work, I don't think the squirrel joke that I told at Magooby's was a success. And when I thought about it, like I could try something different, and I have in our conversations, me talking about squirrel and things like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of that had to do with your comfortability telling the joke. Yeah, because you fumbled it.
You ain't gotta say all that.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were truth tellers on this goddamn podcast.
We are. I ain't want nobody to know that. But yeah, when I look back at the tape, I can tell what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not, and because I am either overthinking it in the moment, or I'm just not. It's both. I'm overthinking it, and then I'm not that comfortable with it, because then I'm trying to regather my place and think on the spot of where the joke should be going. And when I went to the port the first time, the summer camp joke where I got a little tongue tied, that was still very fresh. So, but now I can say it, with ease. There's not a hiccup in it. So, like I said, the only thing that kind of threw me off that night was just that lady saying I cheat. And I was like, what? And the only thing I think about was like, all right, let her talk, and then interject my next line. And the only thing only thing that threw me off was like how loud the crowd got in that room. I wasn't anticipating the volume getting that loud, because then I'm like, damn, did they hear me? Did she even hear me? So, but it all worked out though. So, what did you think about the other performers from the Magoobies in this one? Like, as far as like the competition itself, like.
Well, I mean, as far as Magoobies goes, a lot of the people who were performing there for that competition was like their first time on stage. And I was like, I don't understand why you would make a competition your first time trying to do stand-up. So there was quite a few people at Magoobies where they clearly didn't know what the hell they were doing. So I'm not even quite sure why they did that and brought people out to watch them do it. Yeah,
what's funny is that the Magooby, speaking of, I got sent a link out to those few people. What's interesting about Magooby is like they'll tell you, like, if you feel like you're the funniest person at the office at your job, sign up for this competition.
Oh. So
because like the guy that's reading from his phone, he had people, because I saw him in the parking lot, and he was meeting up people from work, and he was like, they're advertising to that type of crowd. Bring your friends from work, tell some jokes.
Yeah, I mean, one guy who went up there, that's exactly what he did. He had like his neighbors and a couple of people from his office, his parents were there.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't funny.
Yeah, he was talking about some inappropriate stuff, like just like sex jokes, and because the twins.
He was talking about getting caught masturbating as a teen. Yeah. It just he just wasn't funny, but apparently he was the funniest person at his office.
Yeah, I like to go to that office.
I wouldn't.
I just want to see what the crowd like. It's very, very vanilla.
And I think at least this time at the port, some of the people who were there, it might have been an off night, because I know the one guy who was there, I've seen him at an open mic, and his set was a lot funnier than it was the ginger guy.
Yeah.
His set, I think it might have been Mob Town. It was like his set was a lot funny. I mean, it wasn't super great, but it was a lot funnier than it was at the port. I was like, I don't know, he must have had an off night.
Yeah, because like he was at the open mic, because the port also does an open mic. So the night I was there that Thursday, he was there, and it was different. Like this one didn't. This one felt like a little flat, but the one he did open mic, I don't know what it was, but he was like hitting all cylinders. So I don't, and that could happen. Like you don't know what necessarily is going through somebody, what energy levels they have versus an open mic. Maybe it's the nerves of being in front of a crowd. I definitely can attest to that. That's gotten to me. So. But it is what it is. But yeah, I thought he would be in the top 3. The host, not the host, Mo. He's hosted a lot of places I've seen, and we gone to our house. He hosted before, so yeah. I seen him do that set like quite a few times.
Yep.
So and then when he performed it, I was like, okay, but it was hitting though. Like I felt like people were getting it when he was doing it at the open mic. I felt like people weren't getting it, but it was like, you know what, you don't know. It's you just running through to get comfortable with it. And
I felt like there were a couple of funny moments in it, but it was mostly just him, the joke falling flat, and him just trying to recapture it over and over again. Yeah. But again, and like I said, at the top of the show, is that there were quite a few people there that's like, oh, you just need a little help. I can get you there. I can get your set where you want it to be. There's so much potential here.
Who you think had potential from the port?
The ginger guy and the guy who had a stroke.
Okay.
There were elements of some really funny stuff that he could have did with his set that he just didn't do it.
Yeah, I saw him perform like the night before at our house, an open mic. And I wasn't that far from him, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. Because I don't think he was just talking clearly into the mic, and then his arm was also moving as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had a stroke, but there were some elements of some really funny stuff that he could have went into that just didn't happen.
Do you know him from as a comedian before the stroke? Because that's what Jasmine was telling me, that apparently the host had said that he was a comedian that was like really well known in the area.
I don't know many Baltimore comedians.
Okay.
So
that's the wrong person here.
Yeah. It's not traveling in the circles that I travel in.
Got you. Okay. Because I was just like, well, his name didn't ring a bell to me, so I was just curious maybe you knew. But yeah, like, so go to Magooby's on the 25th, family and friends. I'm going to, let y'all know. Hint, hint.
No shit. no shit.
So with this, Magooby has they hold a competition every month, and if you win for that month, then you get entered into the Comedian of the Year competition. So I think that's at December, I believe. So if I win for September, then I get entered in for that, and we'll see how that goes from there too. So again, I'm looking to place this time, but I also feel comfortable enough with my set that I feel like I would do a lot better now. And so, going second time around, being, just getting comfortable with being on the stage and the material and everything, it has its benefit going the second time around. So if I don't place or if I don't win, then I come back next year.
Right.
Keep working on the material and everything, because we still got jokes in the stash. Like, we got the concept for them and everything. I just got to work them out and then, punch it up a little bit. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. So, all the best of luck to me. If you want to come see your favorite fat boy comedian, let me know. I seen the link. I ain't buying nobody no ticket unless you're really fine.
Even if you're fine.
You ain't fine enough. I should, because you're the manager. I got you. Want some fries?
Right.
So there's an election going on apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it is that time of year.
At that time of year again, and we had our first, probably our last presidential debate between our two candidates.
Yeah, that did happen.
So what are your thoughts, sir? I'll let you go ahead and go off first.
First and foremost, it was, at least for the candidate on the Republican side, it was the same shit show, but just this time he didn't have a person that was his opponent who looked worse than him. Because the same shit that he did in his debate against Joe Biden, he just stream of conscious bullshit lies for the whole hour and a half. But this time he just had, he had a person who was ready to catch him in that bullshit and make him just flip his wig. Because that shit was so funny. You said after the first 30 minutes, you saw the moment that light switch went on in Kamala Harris' head, and then she baited him, and it was over from there. She said, let's talk about his rallies. And he was furious. He had a scowl. He was gripping that podium. He had a scowl on his face like, this bitch.
How dare you talk about we have the biggest rallies? Nobody needs our rallies. Nobody even goes to hers. We have the best rallies. They're the biggest in all of politics.
Right,
when the hit dog holler.
He kept contradicting himself with that. It was like, no one goes to her rallies. She buses them in. So that means people are there.
He contradicted himself so many times. It was a beautiful thing to see, but also very like, what the fuck? Because it's like, what?
It's and at least with this one, like, with the last presidential debate between him and Biden, I hated that one because I was like, what was the fuck was the point of moderators there? They weren't doing their job. But at this one, they actually were fact checking him in real time, and that made him furious.
Yeah, he's like, you're gonna fact check me, but not fact check nothing on her?
He said, clearly, you keep fucking lying. This man said that they take babies after they are born, put them to the side to decide whether or not to execute them. Where the fuck does he live?
Look, I'll tell you, I was in my bed. He said I rolled out and hit the floor. Because I'm like, how does anybody say this on national TV that they abort babies?
Millions of people.
They abort babies at 7, 8 months and 9. Even if they're born, they abort them.
Say right after birth, post-term abortion. That's called infanticide. It's murder.
Go to the baby. Blah, blah.
Mama don't want you no more, son. Sorry. And then he yelled out, said the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio are eating your pets.
Eating your cat. They're eating cats and dogs. They're tearing apart. They're
eating your pets.
They're deep frying them. They're making fried kitten wings and fried rice.
Oh, God damn it. That was a hot ass mess.
I'm sorry to the Haitian community because he didn't say it then. But that ain't right. And it's wrong. It's dead wrong. And the moderator is like, we have a city councilman.
We've called the city manager, and he's like, yeah, there's no credible reports of this.
Well, they said it on TV.
He said, I saw it on TV. Okay, Grandpa.
He talking about Joe Biden is old. He shouldn't run a country. Neither should you.
Absolutely not.
Neither should you. And that's the one thing. The only thing I'm gonna say about the presidential debate is that I said it when he ran in 2016 that he does not have any. He does not have a strong enough political background to qualify him to be president, and that showed last Wednesday.
That showed for the last 10 years.
Absolutely. But that night should have told you, you know what? He ain't the best person for the job.
Oh, well, man, his supporters, they in a cult. It's a cult at this point. It's a cult of personality. So it doesn't matter what he does. Because he was screaming that he wanted debate. I'm like, well, if you got to run in front of everybody and tell them you won, you didn't win.
Like a child.
And then, he's sitting at one of his little rallies and he said, you know what? We won. I won twice. There's not going to be a third debate. And his crowd burst into cheers. Y'all that stupid to realize that everybody watched the same thing. And none of us and everybody else but y'all agree that he got his ass trounced. And I think one of the funniest moments from that debate that not a lot of people talk about, if you watch any commentary on it, was when Kamala Harris was talking about the deals that Trump made with the Taliban. And she went, and this former president invited the Taliban to Camp David.
She about to call him motherfucker.
You can see the motherfucker in her eyes. And this former president.
I did see that. I saw that live. I saw like some parts of the debate live. Other parts I was just like, I seen like the next day on online.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched every presidential debate since Gore versus Bush. So.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, she was very much in tune and handed him his ass for all intents and purposes. So.
For a good hour of that hour and a half. She's like, here's your ass, sir.
Because, like, if you watch it, like, I think if you watch the debate, people should take away some key points. One, he did not address any policy that he was going to bring in his next term if he were to win.
He did. He had a concept for a health plan.
That's like me saying, I'm going to get healthy, but I ain't going to dialysis.
He had a concept for a health plan. She said, after 9 years, do you have a health plan? You wanted to get rid of the Affordable Care Act for a long time. After 9 years, do you have a health plan? What is it? I have a concept of a health plan.
This is the concept I got.
That's exactly what it was. It's a napkin and some NyQuil.
Because he didn't have not a thing, and it's like. And she's laid out. We like maybe 2 weeks prior to the debate, talking about she wanted to have X amount of money given for childcare and X amount of money for first time home buyers and other things. She laid out a list of things that she was going to implement.
I mean, and then and another thing is that's kind of part of the problem is that everybody wants Kamala Harris has the in-depth policies where nobody gives a fuck what Trump's policies are. They don't really ask him any policy questions. That debate was the first time somebody asked him to go in detail about what his policy is, and he just broke the fuck down.
Yeah, what's that? Bitch, you know my policy?
Throw the papers in the air and run off the stage.
There's this meme going around of Tyrese in the Breakfast Club, and he was getting emotional talking about the loss in his family. And so Charlamagne handed him a tissue. He throws tissue back behind his hand. So they were like, we're talking about policy.
Yeah, so there was a presidential debate. There is an election coming on, and the thing I always say when we talk about politics is, don't just be a voter, be an informed voter.
Research, and then determine what's best for you, what aligns best for you, and what candidate aligns with what you think is right for you and your family.
I'm not gonna say that because Trump fucking sucks.
He's not a candidate. I mean, he's a candidate for somebody, but he's not for me.
He's not really for anybody though.
Not too smart either.
Oh, absolutely. He's dumb as a fucking rock.
That's a shame to the rock.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to shame rocks that way. They actually serve a purpose. Trump does not.
So yeah, I mean, I think even when he went up against Hillary in 2016, there was a more qualified candidate there. And I think his whole platform was the whole email shit. There was a lot of things that went wrong in in Trump's favor during that election, and then the fact that we as a country need to get rid of the fucking racist ass electoral college. Absolutely,
it makes no sense how a person who can lose the popular vote by millions of people can still become the president for the country that said we don't want you.
That still boggles my mind. And
racism.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We still a racist country, even though we want to say make America great again. And he says that, and people want to go back to a time where I guess segregation was a thing, and nobody wants to see was it DEI,
diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Right.
Well, I mean that's the Republican playbook. They make anything the boogeyman. You see, they don't talk about CRT anymore.
Oh, critical race theory?
Yeah. And that was a huge thing just, during the midterms.
Yeah.
Now the new boogeyman is DEI, and it's just another way of saying nigga about racist white people.
We don't want no niggas in our job. So, with all this going on, let me ask you this. I guess it's more of a personal stance. With people talking about the transgender and, not saying gay in schools. I think it's mainly. I think it's basically in Florida. But these things that handicap people just from having a regular experience in the States. How do you I know you're not against it, but how do you feel
against what?
You're not against people having people having rights and things like that.
Oh no, I'm the most progressive person I know.
Yeah. So, but how you feel? Like I guess like the question is like, what's your stance on like how you feel about people and just in regards to this having like a basic human life.
Again, I'm the most progressive person I know.
Okay.
So as far as transgender rights of any minority group, everybody deserves rights, and there's absolutely no reason to hinder the growth and the success of other people just because of your religious ideologies that are not based in fact. I am a computer. I am logical to a fault. If it's not any basis in reality and fact-based, I don't give a fuck what your beliefs are. They shouldn't mandate policy because you believe them.
I'm with you in the same boat. I feel like we shouldn't hinder anybody or oppress a certain group of people based on their preferences, sexual orientation. Like, everybody just trying to get by. Everybody's just trying to enjoy life.
Yeah, I don't need to oppress people to feel good about myself.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, your home, what you can control what's in your home. Just because somebody has a different taste in something doesn't mean that you get to, ruin their life or attempt to. So, it's sad, but that's another topic for another day.
Yep. But as the presidential debate happened, watch it if you haven't. It is a blast.
It was one of the most entertaining ones in a good while, and I will give you that. Trump by far is entertainment. He's it's stupid, but he's entertainment.
Yeah, I don't find him entertaining because he's so dumb. He is so dumb that I do not find him entertaining.
When he said that comment about the abortions, I was like,
right.
I mean, it's. You can laugh about it now, but my heart definitely goes out to women who weren't able to get health care, during a time when they probably needed it the most because of this fool here, because he feels as though that he's pro life, but it shouldn't be. The woman,
well, his stance changes with the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen it in the last couple of weeks too.
Yeah, his stance.
And a lot of Republicans are like because they're coming up for their term.
Re-election.
So they're changing it as well. So it should be definitely a woman's choice and not left to a bunch of old white men
who don't know anything about the female anatomy.
They don't, which is even worse. You voting for something you have no idea what's going on with it.
Absolutely not.
Right. So.
But again, if you haven't watched the debate, watch it. It's 90 minutes, but it is something to behold.
If you don't want to watch those 90 minutes, I recommend just going to watch the Cliff Notes on Daily Show.
Watch the best clips
on Daily Show
from the debate. Because again, as far as debates go, that was one of the best presidential debates performances by Kamala Harris that have happened in like maybe 30 or 40 years.
Really? You say that much?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And again, I
think it was entertaining. You're very entertaining because
not even just from entertainment, just her performance in general.
When I think about like Obama, Mitt Romney.
I mean, Mitt Romney handed Obama his ass. If you actually go back and look,
say that again. You said Mitt Romney.
Yeah, Mitt Romney handed Obama his ass in those debates. If you actually go back and look at the debates, Obama's performance wasn't great.
No, you're right because when I think about it, like. He was very good against John McCain, but yeah, Mitt Romney was like giving him go tip blow for blow with him. Yeah. So, but this one was just entertaining because, like I said, just the fact that like her persona on stage and just his antics alone, like the whole cat eating cats and dogs shit. Like who pulled like? I mean, does he have a list to go over when he goes up there? Is there a list? I mean, or is he talking points to somebody?
Well, a lot of it is a part of his talking points. It's about the whole illegal migration bullshit that they Republicans harp on. But the thing is, Trump is very much an online person. You can tell because that whole migrants are eating cats and dogs, it came from some random Facebook post.
Yeah.
So Trump is clearly an online person who has fell into the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. And that shows every time he speaks. And now it's just been on display for a massive amount of American citizens. So good times.
They're eating your cats and dogs. They're everywhere.
they're eating the pets. It's like, no, sir, we've looked into this. It's not happening. I saw it on TV.
This is the same man. So you won't believe him. This is the same man who told you that during COVID to eat the little rocks.
He told you to inject disinfectant that, as a possible cure for COVID.
He did say that, but he also said to eat the rocks in the aquariums.
No, he never said that.
He did.
No, he did not.
He did say eat the rocks in the aquarium, and two old people ate the rocks and they died. They almost died.
He never told anybody to eat rocks in an aquarium. I don't know. You need to fact check that. I know for a fact the things that he said during.
I read that story, sir.
Yeah, you probably need to fact check your information that you got it from. He never told anybody to do that.
I got it from you.
He most certainly did not. Fact based here, sir. Fact based. He said inject disinfectant. Maybe shoot a powerful light into the body somehow.
You said light, as in light beam.
As a powerful light beam, and get it into the body somehow to do like a cleaning. He promoted ivermectin and hydrochloroquine, neither of which do anything for COVID. So but
I heard disinfectant hydrochloroquine does sound familiar, but the light is throwing me off right now.
Yeah,
so
that's what he said.
I can see the light bulb inside me.
Yeah, somehow get a real powerful light into your body and then maybe, clean out COVID. That was one of his suggestions that he made during a press conference.
Since we're talking about getting rid of COVID, somebody told me the other day in dialysis, if you spray lemongrass in the air, it absorbs the COVID particles.
The fuck? How?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Lemongrass. I didn't know you can spray lemongrass in the air. I thought lemongrass was just like a stem or something.
I mean, you can liquefy anything and put it in an aerosol can, but how the fuck is that supposed to catch COVID? Okay, you talk to stupid people in dialysis.
No, they talk to me. I don't engage conversation. More importantly, this man talks to everybody around him. I just happen to hear it.
Oh.
So I was saving that for you. It's going to be part of the set.
God damn it. Jesus Christ.
And since we're talking about stupid shit, it don't matter. We're gonna leave you on this. Zodiac sign information, cut it out. The sun, the moon, stars don't mean nothing with your personality.
Absolutely not. The potential position of the earth on the day you were born absolutely means nothing to the type of person you are. If you're a shit person, it's not because you're an Aquarius. It's because you're a shit person.
Not saying all shit. Let's clarify. Not all Aquarius are shit people. Just that one that you know is a shit person.
Right. Just the one Aquarius who happened to be a shit person that you came across.
Right. I can't help that. I'm an Aries. I'm a good Aries though.
Yeah, you're not a good Aries. You're just a person. Whether you good or bad is for other people to determine based off your actions.
So I had to get it out of my chest. I'm sorry. So, as always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you listen. I'm gonna let Stefan do his usual spiel, and then also make sure you come check me out at any open mic or any competition coming up in the Baltimore area. I'm eventually out to DC eventually. Whenever Stefan feel like riding out there with me.
Yeah. That's the show, goddammit. And as always, you can check out this podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Spotify.
That's the show. Peace out.
Peace.